the moment, the case of child bullying has become a rampant case whereby children are being bullied in the society. Most worrisome is that we see it in churches, schools, and even the society at large. Recently, Sylvester Oromoni died along the line, which is devastating even to the parents and the society at large. Today we'll be discussing on child bullying, but we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll meet our guest for the program.
So you have the audacity, you have the nerve to write my name in names of noisemakers.
Yes.
What is wrong with you? If I will not make you noise, I will just discuss with my friend. So it's me and you in this school. Me and you don't have trousers. You don't put legs on trousers. By the time I'm done with you in this school, so it's me and you. Come. You have fear for your senior.
Please, see who is coming. Yeah, please come. Oh shit, lift a little. What's your name, self? Look at your hair. It's unkempt. You're always forming to be the most intelligent girl in this school. But as far as I'm in this school, you will not see the end of your life in this school. Since you are forming to be the intelligent girl in this school, no one will be your friend, even me too, because you're not in my class. Excuse me, please.
Welcome back. My name is Vivian Kewe. We have on board pupils of Caro International School here in Enugu, and also a guidance counselor who will be with us throughout this discussion. Let's meet them. What's your name?
My name is Onsoraka Victor. I'm 9 years old, a pupil of Carol's International School, Enugu.
All right.
My name is Aneke Chimsrum. I'm 9 years old, a pupil of Carol's International School.
You're welcome on board. And who is our guidance counselor for today?
My name is Chidimo Obodo-Priska.
What is child bullying?
Bullying is the unwanted aggressive behavior among school-aged children that involves real power of imbalance.
Real power of imbalance. All right, Chi. What is bullying?
Bullying is the act of beating, maltreating, or verbally hurting a child simply because you're superior, bigger, better, or more stronger than that person.
Okay, when your superior is bigger, better, and stronger than that person, you tend to bully. All right, Auntie, what do you think bullying is?
Okay, I think it's any action targeted at humiliating, intimidating, or coercing a child to do something against his or her willpower, just because you think you are more superior or more bigger than the child.
All right, so how can we really identify a bully? Chi, how do we identify one?
We can identify a bully by his tone of voice, him not caring about other people's opinions, always aggressive, and always frustrated.
All right, Victor.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how do you identify a bully?
A bully lacks empathy for his victims.
Empathy.
A bully lacks guilt of his actions. A bully likes to be in charge.
Now, if I have someone in class, perhaps that person spilled water on my notebook, and he is reluctant to tell me sorry, will I term that person as a bully?
No, it was just a mistake. So you allow him apologize and you accept his apology.
Oh, thank you. Auntie, can you tell us, how do you identify a bully?
Okay, just like there, he said, lacking empathy for the victims, you know, when you think that, you know, this person deserves whatever she or he gets, you know, so you're a bully. You don't have empathy for your victim. It doesn't matter, you know, when you inflict, the people that enjoy inflicting pain on somebody, and somebody that likes controlling others, you know, having your way in all things. So this person actually is a bully. Sometimes these bullies are made, they are not born like that. So maybe for some of them that are influenced by peers, they will tell them that you have to be strong, you have to man up, you have to, and by changing your voice and all that. So in order to make it intimidating, because bullies are all about intimidating others
now,
to believe.
Talking about bullies are not born, they are made. Now, how can they be made, in quotes?
From the family, because anything that is happening in the society at large has its foundation from the home. So, but maybe the home actually is not much prominent. The school then exposes it to give it a light to what it is, because at home maybe a child watches the father, talk harshly to the mother and all that, and maybe the way that the father behaved towards them. Some fathers, when they come home, the children are looking for where to hide and all that. So the children think, oh, this is good, this is good. My father is this. When I grow up, I'll be like my father. They see it as a way of life. And sometimes some parents, they fight in front of the children. So they learn all those things. And when they go out there, they want to exhibit it, because they cannot actually exhibit it with their parents. So they want to practice it in the school. Then some of them actually learn this from peers, like I said.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the causes of bullying, Victor? What do you think can cause child bullying?
What can cause child bullying is past experience. Maybe someone has bullied you, and then you think it's a way of life, and then copy it. Then frustration and envy. When you're frustrated and envious because someone has something more than you, you bully the person to give you whatever he has. Then bad friends. When you have bad friends, when you're related to bad friends, they teach you, they encourage you to bully some people, and then you be a bully, you copy it.
Chi, what do you think are the causes of child bullying?
Causes of child bullying are bad peer group. Example, when you have a couple of friends who are bullied, they have to influence you one way or the other to become a bully.
Okay, they influence you one way or the other negatively to become a bully. Wow, aligned to their opinion. All right, so what are the places you think child bullying can take place? Chi?
The places child bullying can take place are at schools, when someone who is more superior or in a higher class than you tries to make you feel like you're nothing. In the offices, when people in higher places than you make you feel down because of you're in a low place. Let's imagine you're the cleaner of the company and he's now the manager. Yeah. He will make you to feel very down.
That can demoralize you and mar your self-esteem. Auntie, do you think so? The places that child bullying can occur?
Yes, schools, churches, any social gatherings, and markets, public transport, even on the road. Sometimes you might be going on the road, someone will just come and push you, and you'll be like, why are you standing there and all that? So it can be anywhere. It's that common.
Okay.
Yes.
Victor.
Yes, teacher. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'm your teacher at this moment. Now, do you think child bullying can take place anywhere?
Yes, child bullying can take place anywhere, like in schools, in boarding schools, when older people force you to do what they don't want to do, and they now give the job to you. That's bullying. And then in marketplaces, when those barrel pushers will jam you and then start quarreling with you that it was your fault. It's also bullying. Then at homes, your siblings, your neighbors, if they are older or stronger, they will bully you.
Okay. There's no way, one way or the other, we may not have experienced it before. So can you throw more light? Share experience of child bullying. At least one experience.
Okay. Growing up as a child, I've experienced bullying in the church. Yes, there's this one church I attended, So when I got there, I discovered that they were doing class separation. So, anytime I entered into the church, they will size me up, look at my shield, my clothes, and sometimes they'll make a gesture, And when I'm asked to sing, the teachers teaching us then, they will not understand what is happening. So they will call you up maybe as a new person and ask you, please give us one song. When you stand up, they will look at you, and
size you up.
And yes, so it made me feel so bad and all that. It got to a point. I stopped going to the church because I was a child then. But I know it won't happen now.
Now, come to think of it, listening to Auntie's story now about child bullying, obviously is from ladies. Now, would you say there's a difference between a male bully and a female bully?
Yes, there's a difference between male bullying and female bullying.
Okay.
In the female bullying, it's usually emotional.
All right.
Insult, abusing, while male bullying is physical, beating.
Okay. Victor,
Yes, ma'am.
throw more light on that.
Yes, there are differences
Between the male
No, there are no differences between the male and the female bullying.
Okay, why?
Because the same way they bully girls, that's the same way they bully boys. Because girls, how they try bullying boys, they'll get some of their groups and then gossip about the boy. And then how males bully females, like forcing them to do what they don't want to do.
Sure.
And have their way to freedom.
Okay, have you ever seen any bully in your class before?
No.
What about your church?
Yeah, there's a bully in my church.
Okay.
He bullies me just because I'm not in a higher class as he is.
Okay, did you try to do anything about it?
No.
Okay, maybe at the end of this program, you'll do something about it because we'll tell you the way out of it. Let's go for a quick break now. When we return, the program continues. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Let's continue our discussion with our pupils here in the studios. What do you do when you get bullied? The other time you told us a story of a child in your church that bullies you. Now, what do you think you should do when you get bullied?
When I get bullied, I'll try to stay calm and report to any teacher, counselor, or anybody around me that is an adult. Then I will not let a bully make me feel bad.
Sure.
So that's what I do when I get bullied.
Okay, that's what you do when you get bullied. Now, when you get to church on Sunday, what will you do? You report.
Yes, I'll report to the teacher in church. But if the teacher is not there, I'll report to any elderly person who can trust me and support me, then scold the child not to bully me again.
The child will not bully you again, I bet you. All right, Chi. Now, what do you do
when you get bullied? The proper thing to do is to report to any responsible adult who will take action.
Okay. Have you ever experienced it before?
No.
Not in school?
No.
In church?
No.
Market?
No.
Family?
No.
You're among the lucky few then. Auntie, what do you think can be done?
Okay, just like you said, you report to a responsible adult. You should speak up until you are heard. Sometimes maybe just like in the case of Sylvester that you earlier mentioned, the mother wasn't observant enough, so he could have reported to another person, maybe that he has communication link with, to actually do something. Maybe convince the mother or the father. So you report to someone that can actually give you a listening ear, not just your parent or your teacher. Somebody that will believe what you're saying, because sometimes why this thing is becoming a problem is that sometimes we
Trivialize.
Yes, we make it a small thing. Maybe you tell somebody, report to an adult, you say, go and sit down. You can complain. All the time you're complaining. Whenever a child complains to you, look into it. Do you understand? Look into it and all that. So that is it. Don't just stop there when you report to your teacher. Especially when you see that your teacher didn't do anything.
Okay.
Speak until you are heard.
Yes. So Victor, when you get home, you have to tell your mom or your dad that you are being bullied in the church before reporting to your teacher in church. Now, Auntie, don't you think there should be a way to curb this menace at entry points in schools? Like, I was thinking aloud, in schools, before entering, you have the qualitative test, you have the verbal aptitude test. I was thinking if they could infuse the behavioral tests, whereby pupils will be examined for a period of time. It could be like for 30 minutes, it could be for the whole day. And when they discover those traits of bullying in them, they won't be, admitted into school. What do you think?
No, it's not a solution to this, because if you say that a child shouldn't be admitted into school just because the child is a bully, then who will admit the child? So you need, even if you discover that this child is a bully, is actually is good, so that you'll be able to handle this child and to mold it, because the school, the home and all that is meant to mold children, because you are molding their character. If this bully is one of the negative character the child is coming to into the school with, dictating it will help you to mold this child, and you'll be watchful of the child and be able to correct this behavior. Yes, so you shouldn't dismiss the child just because he or she is a bully.
Okay, in your working experience or your career experience as a guidance and counselor, now, have you ever spotted a bully? And what have you done in your own way to see how you can manage or try to, solve the problem of that bully, like reorient the child on how to become like any other child?
Yes. First of all, like I said, you teach a child self-efficacy belief. Like we earlier mentioned, this bullying can be a psychological problem. So first of all, you talk with the child as if you are discussing with the child. You don't just bring fire brigade on the child.
Sure.
It can make the child to become worse. Just like I said, sending a child out there because he or she is a bully is not the solution, because you can go out there, maybe drop out of the school and become worse. So you talk to the child, counsel the child, make the child feel at home, and try to know the roots of this bullying from the child, because there must be a curse. So if it's maybe if the child is suffering from depression, is once bullied, is from knowing the root of the bullying that you actually know how to go about it.
All right, Chi, what do you think are the effects of child bullying?
Effects of child bullying are depression, suicide, and low self-esteem.
Okay, low self-esteem. When you find yourself in midst of people, you become a bit timid, your self-esteem will drop. Now, Victor, what are the effects of that bullying that you experience in church? What are the effects?
The effect of the bullying are social impact. When you think about what someone has done to you in church or in school, you become sad. The physical impact, when you're at home, and then you see the person that bullied you, you begin to cry. Then academical impact, you won't concentrate again. You won't concentrate again in your studies, and then drop out of school, and you won't go to that school again.
Oh, you may likely drop out of school. Oh, that's good. That's a bad one. If
Maybe that particular school actually.
and then you
Yes.
change to another school.
School.
Oh,
Yes.
so that's the negative effect of child bullying. You can just become a school dropout, and your parents will start looking for another school for you to attend. All right, Auntie, what do you think? Do you have contrary opinion?
No. I think they've done justice to that. Yes, because a child who is being bullied will become withdrawn. Sometimes when a discussion is going on in the class, she wouldn't want to say something, so that she will be like, she don't want to make a mistake, so that they will not laugh at her and all that. So she become withdrawn. She become depressed.
But Auntie, don't you think there should be like a penalty for child bullying, especially when it leads to death? Don't you think there should be a severe punishment for it, even in schools?
Yes, I think there should be. In fact, the government should make. I'm suggesting that the government should make a policy, against child bullying and implement it, just like against rape and all that. Yes, so it's something that is so. It's a menace, seriously.
It is a menace.
Yes.
Chi, what do you think the government, schools, churches, and all of that should do to curb this menace?
Churches should not only teach about prosperity,
Okay.
they should also teach about bullying
All right.
and the bad effects of bullying. Schools should pick out the punishment for those who engage themselves in bullying. The government should discourage films and movies that encourage bullying.
Okay, you've heard it there. She said churches should not only preach on prosperity alone, they should also talk about child bullying. All right, Victor, what do you think the government should do, schools, churches, well-meaning Nigerians, concerning child bullying?
Schools should teach the children the disadvantage of bullying and educate them. Tell them to stop being bullies. If not, it will take them to the life of crime.
Okay, thank you very much, Victor. Auntie, what do you think from your own angle as an experienced counselor? What do you think can be done to curb this ugly menace?
It should be seen as a crime. Yes, it should be seen as a crime. We shouldn't treat it with levity.
Levity,
Yes,
okay.
it should be seen as a crime, especially in the school. Should melt a punishment for every child that is spotted out being bullied. And all that. Yes, like giving them suspension, and sometimes even when you can expel them. By the time they know that they will be expelled from school, or they should sit up from it.
All right, finally, before I let you go, what advice do you have for bullies? Victor, let me take you first.
I advise bullies to stop bullying so it can't cause them harm in their lives. Then, if they don't listen, I'll report. I'll help. I will tell their parents to help and talk to the child to stop being a bully.
Tell the parents to tell the child to stop being a bully. Chi, what about you? What advice?
Bullies to stop bullying, unless they will become a liability in life.
All right, Auntie, just one word.
Okay, bullies should learn a new way of life, change behavior, because it's not life.
Thank you so much for being part of the program. We hope to see you next time. On this note, we end this week's episode of the program. Kids are people too. We'll see you again next week for another interesting topic. Until then, bye and stop bullying.